And the Talk Shop welcomes to the microphone Caroline Henson and Kai Edwards today on the microphone with me here in Studio 255. They've been debate partners for 2 years, and they're here to speak about funding for speech and debate. We find fundraising very important today. Tell us about what's your project? What are you raising funds for specifically in speech and debate? Kai, ladies first. Caroline.
Well, we're fundraising to go to nationals, as we said, and we desperately need funding because this is a groundbreaking moment in history, specifically for the Laramie High School speech and debate team, because we have 8 national competitors in order to go to nationals and teach people about a variety of topics.
You would have been so much better off if you just had spoke from the heart. You read that. You know this inside and out, Caroline. This is not your first time at the microphone here in Studio 255 either, is it? Now you are Wyoming's Google Doodle artist representative of, what was it, 2024?
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. And here today, introduce Kai, if you would.
Yeah, so Kai Edwards has been my partner for about 2 years now, and he is a very accomplished man. He is the manager for the Grounds Cafe, in case you know him, and he knows a lot about the world. He is an advocate for a variety of subjects. He has transformed a lot of local Laramie, and I'm gonna hand this over to him because he knows a lot more about his accomplishments than I do.
Kai, comfortably, you are here in Studio 255. I thank you. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, especially having me come on to talk about such an important issue facing Wyomingites.
And you have family running for high office, don't you?
I do, yes. My mother, Jill Edwards, is on the Senate ballot as a Republican candidate. I definitely recommend looking into her website and the things that she believes in because I think she's got a real chance.
Candidate Awareness Tour 2026, live and well with the Citizens Comment. That Kai Edwards giving it to us. His family member, Jill Edwards, running for office and seeking federal office at that. Congratulations to everybody here. And Caroline, you mentioned this program. What's important to you about the activity that you're raising money to go and do, to go and compete and represent?
Well, I think that speech and debate is incredibly important because we need intellectualism at a time of chaos in our country, and we are raising the next generation's ability to use democracy in a way that they want it, and we need people informed about the world, and we especially need better education and opportunities for this young generation in order to thrive.
What year in school are you both?
I'm a sophomore and Kai is a senior.
Kai, you agree?
Yes, that's
All right,
true.
good, very nice, true. That's his final answer. Kai, you have planned to go to Richmond, Virginia with this particular event and calling. What do you know about Richmond, Virginia?
Richmond, Virginia is a really historic area, which is another reason why it's especially important for us to be taking students up there so that not only can we learn about the area, we can learn about our history.
And you looking forward to anything in particular that is most intriguing to you?
Well, obviously the debates, the event that I'm going to be participating in is my most important piece, but I'm really looking forward to going to a beach. I'm not going to lie to you.
How are the debates? How's this? What's the itinerary? 3 days, 2 days, one day, winner take all. How's it structured?
Well, ideally it's going to be 7 days if we all break
Nice.
in our events. Otherwise, we'll have about 3 or 4 days of debating and 2 or 3 days to, hang around the city, take tours, go to museums, etc.
So for those of us who didn't do debate, How are they structured? How is each debate? Do they change at different stages and so forth?
Absolutely,
Give
yeah.
give us an idea of how it looks, how it feels.
Well, in Wyoming's debate circuit, we have 3 different forums of debate that you can choose from. There's Lincoln Douglas, Public Forum, and Policy, all of which explore different topics. With Lincoln Douglas, you'll be looking at something more moral. With Policy, you're looking at something fully, policy related, political. Public Forum's kind of like a middle ground here. Public Forum specifically has 2 4-minute speeches, 2 3-minute speeches, and 1 2-minute speech.
What's your superpower in debate?
Oh, my debate superpower.
Oh,
You'd have to
that's
ask
hard to-
Caroline.
So-
We can switch it up, Caroline. Yeah, what's your superpower?
My superpower. I'm not sure, but I'll answer for Kai because, like, from an outside perspective, I think that Kai is especially good with digging into the other person's argument directly, while I'm better at like the defense. So I'm able to stabilize our arguments better, and while Kai is able to direct it towards layers and grab at them and really
So
shake them for what it's worth. I guess.
Kai, what I'm hearing is she's the foundation of facts, stats,
Absolutely.
and core information. She keeps everybody grounded. But your superpower is on the fly.
Absolutely.
You are managing the moment and keeping momentum on your team's side.
And that's exactly how our debate is structured as well. Caroline reads about 4 minutes of nonsense that we have printed on a page. evidence,
Wah, 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 wah.
And then I have to defend that.
Right on. Now, so when you guys you've done this for a while together, 2 years. How did you guys first meet?
Well, we both went
Was
to...
it a draw out of a hat, or what did you do?
Almost.
I've known Caroline for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to elementary school together.
We went
Right
to
on.
the UW lab school before it shut down, and we've known each other, but we weren't really as close as we were until like 2 years ago. We started off at lab, which specialized a lot in like activism and like just like learning to use your voice in a way that you want it to. So then we both joined speech and debate, and Kai had been doing it since his freshman year, but didn't really get focused on it until junior year. And so I wasn't really, like, I wanted to do debate, but I didn't have a partner. So Kai luckily stepped in after unsuccessful partners in the past and finally asked me, and now here we are.
So what kind of topics are you most challenged by? What's out of your comfort, if anything?
I think that trying to change myself for the judges is this very hard part of doing public speaking and debate, because you have to stand up for what your argument is, but you have to change it by the person and like apply it to what their biases might be, or like if they have prior debate experience, like you have to learn how to change per judge. Or some judges don't have any experience at all, like they're just like some kid's parent and they're just here to judge. So you have to change who you are based on the judge, and that's really difficult.
Kai, how about you?
I would have to agree, actually. Here, when we're all talking, this is authentic Kai. I don't really have to censor any viewpoints. I don't have to switch around my arguments just to, like, win around. I can talk to you as myself, and I think that's a lot easier than having to edit myself mid-speech.
The big challenge in debate has to be advocating for a position that you might not agree with, and
It's
yet
difficult.
be convincing in that argument, right?
Yes.
I think that's actually a little easier on us compared to other teams in the state, because when our coaches help us write our cases, they're just fantastic at giving us cases for things that we couldn't possibly actually believe in that sound reasonable.
Now, you both have coaches, you say, and who are your coaches? Let's give some props to them.
Yeah, so our coaches are Adrian Graham and Melia Lever. Adrian Graham I think he's a graduate of UW, University of Wyoming, and Melia Lever is also a graduate of the University of Wyoming. Both are still going to school to complete their master's or something.
Yeah,
I kind
Mel
of
is
forgot.
definitely working on her psychology masters.
Yeah, and then Adrian Graham is in the communications department, and they are very awesome. I am so proud to have them as my coach. I don't think I would have continued debate if they were not my coaches.
Now,
So-
is debate extracurricular, or is it part of your academic plan for graduation?
That's complicated. In past years, it's been an actual class at LHS. However, it's declined slightly in the past few years, so they haven't been able to get like a forum big enough to actually host a class. For now, it's just an extracurricular, but there are teachers looking into reviving it.
Nice. And what kind of, so per individual, how many individuals are we looking to need to raise money for to travel to Richmond, Virginia, and beyond?
Yeah, so we have 8 students that are qualified to compete, and we have 10 in total because of our 2 coaches. So in total, we will need 10 people to head there, and actually 1 extra person because we have a judge requirement that we need, and we only have 2 coaches that are able to judge. So we need 1 extra person to bring along in order to meet that judge requirement that the National Speech and Debate Association requires.
Right on. Kai, how much money are we goaling for? How much? What's our target? Is it 1,000 per person? Is it 2,000? What are we looking at per
We're
person?
looking at $1,400 per person. So
Okay.
when we
All right.
started fundraising, it was about $15K total. We've brought it down quite a bit, thankfully. With our, we got a lot of help from the Moose as well as the grounds. We hosted some events.
Nice.
But it's going to be a long road of fundraising. But we need to have all of our money in by the 31st.
So it's tight deadline. Today's the 25th of May, the 5th month. I was gonna say cover. I am so pleased to have you guys in. You guys are working on Memorial Day. You know what? You guys are getting it done on Memorial Day, and I gotta hand it to you both. When I offered Monday or Tuesday, Kai, she didn't even check with you. She just rifled out Caroline's after Monday. Get business done on Monday, right? Take
Yeah,
care
she
of
called me
business
about
early.
11 p.m. last night.
She did. Oh, good, Caroline. Way to give notice.
I know.
Huh? Yeah, well, you know what, Kai? That tells me that she can depend on you. She can call you any time of day and get it done. So,
That's what partners are for.
That's right. That's right. You guys. So, what's your pitch as you are a manager at the Grounds Internet and Coffee Lounge? What is that? 115 Ivinson.
No. 171 North 3rd.
171 North 3rd. Okay. All right. So it's actually on 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, times have changed. I used to take away the Monday morning blues with a little bit of black coffee, that is, from the Grounds Internet and Coffee Lounge.
Really?
And I used to deliver all around the community and have a good time. Who do we have interjecting? What are you doing, Olin? You just got something to say. Come over and get in it. Get in it.
All right. I'm just
Speak
telling you,
up, huh?
Remind people this is a day of memorial, and I'm a Vietnam veteran, Marine Corps.
That's right. Thank you for your service. And Olin, step into the frame right behind Kai. I want to thank you personally on behalf of the Talk Shop, myself, and everyone in our audience for your service in the Marine Corps. As I've known you over a handful of years, Olin, you have shared dear stories, personal stories, and their lessons. Each one of them, the conversation in my life have been memories of yours, but lessons for me, things that I can attribute from your experience, you shared, and I'm able to adapt them in today, here and now. Your service continues, and it continues through the loss of so many friends and so many of people you might not have known real well, huh? You didn't necessarily know them all, but you had a common spirit, didn't you? Yeah. Olin, you got anything you want to say to your comrades?
I don't know. I'm very proud of my daughter and her associates. She's a straight A student. There's a whole bunch of things. She also won the American 250 here, and we got to go to Washington, D.C. for 3 days, and we learned a lot from that. She's a student right now, and I'm behind her, whatever she thinks. I try and understand. I didn't say I went along with it, but I try and understand.
Caroline, you have anything to say for your father?
Well, I definitely don't thank him enough for what he does. Like, he helps me, my mom, his other children as well, and he helps a lot more than he gives him credits for, and he is a very resilient person, and I admire him for that. So, of course, he's my role model. He's my dad, and he's a good dad. So.
And what does Memorial Day mean to you personally?
Well, it's not only the day off of school. It's also, of course, a day to remember fallen soldiers, and I am glad that my dad is, of course, not dead yet, but it makes me think about the future and what I'll do without him, but I'll think about the work put in to the fallen soldiers, that, like, the soldiers, what they did for the country, and how our country is thriving right now because of them.
I think regarding all that are with us, we're lucky. We're so lucky. And we're luckier for those that have sacrificed. Kai, how about Memorial Day for you?
Yeah, Memorial Day means a lot to me. I come from a really long line of veterans, ending with my father. Today means remembering my great-grandpa Art, who was at Pearl Harbor when it was bombed. It remembers my grandparents, both of them, on both sides of my family. It's really important to me that, these names are not forgotten because they live on through us. After losing my father about a year or so ago, it became really important for me to remember not only the hard times that they went through, but the good. My father wasn't a veteran, but when I think about my grandparents, the people that I've lost, I think about the hardships they endured in war, and I also think about the community that they built and how well they take care of each other nowadays. And I think that's something that we should embody across the United States, no matter who you are.
I want to thank both of you for coming here this morning and sharing mostly about each one of you. Each one of you in your personal endeavors, you're striving hard and you're going above and beyond to come in Studio 255 at the Laramie Plains Civic Center, to do so on a day off for some. You are taking the challenge and I hope rewarded with much support in the community. Laramie is a very often a last minute community, but that's great. This is perfect timing for Last Minute Laramie to support you and your fellow students in your endeavor to raise funds to go to Richmond, Virginia. And, I couldn't be more ecstatic because off air, you both committed to doing a talk shop segment on a regular basis coming in the next year. And I couldn't be more thrilled. Whether that's a music program or a talk show or an element, you design it, and we're gonna be most gratified to have you guys on it. And as we monetize it, that'll be funds that will be raised for your education. Both of you will have a mentoring program where you learn radio broadcast. You have the opportunity, the invitation to learn all aspects, sales, be it 360 degrees of entertainment and content and representation of stakeholders. You both will be leaders in Studio 255 at your convenience and your planning, but I appreciate your interest, and I wish you the best in Richmond, Virginia. What's our timeline? What's our schedule? Are you guys out with other fellow students? Where are the rest of the 8? I'm shocked that Caroline, you didn't get all 8 others here. What you're slipping? I think. What is this? You only called one at 11 o'clock at night? Huh?
He's the most reliable one. The others, they're reliable to an extent. I'm going to call them out a little bit. I did a lot of the fundraising ideas for this, so
Well, now it's time to
Same.
lead and bring them about. And, you know, you're only as strong as your weakest link, I used to learn, right?
true.
So this is that moment. Kai, how will you help Caroline engage the other 8? We have a handful of days yet before. Are we coming in tomorrow morning bright and early together with a couple of the other ones, or all of the others?
Well, I'll see what I can do. I think that theoretically all of them would be here if they could. But, you know, Memorial Day, it means
Special
a lot to
thing to
Caroline and
everybody.
but it definitely means a lot to the rest of my team. So
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure
guys,
they're all busy.
you guys are absolutely right. This is a special day, and it means everything to different families, and in their own way, they're each doing what they need to do today. We hope that you know that the invitation is open to the Talk Shop. You can come to 93.5 FM any day of the week. We broadcast Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock generally, and by appointments otherwise. If your group or organization would like to join us, we do this program at the presentation of great partners like Deviant Piercing and Tattoo, Pole Mountain Pharmacy, dedicated to the health and wellness of Southeast Wyoming from their location at 4th and Harney, along with I-80 Towing and Automotive Services, 3830 Cherrywood Loop East in Laramie, just south of the port of entry. Caroline, who has contributed to your fundraising thus far, besides friends and family? Who can we give credit to? Kai's already given credit to one business. Any others, Kai, for you to share? Thanks and congratulations for coming aboard.
Well, Freddy's gave us some free meal tickets.
Right
which
on.
was
Let's
awesome.
monetize those babies.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
yeah. Let's do it. What? So what's the offer from Freddy's? What do we got?
We all got one free meal from Freddy's.
Right
so
on.
That's one thing taken care of when we get to Richmond.
And who's the manager? Who's your contact? Who's your hookup at Freddy's?
Tanner Jacobson, yeah, Tanner Jacobson. Thank you.
Shout
for
out,
the
Sandra.
meals.
Way to go. Way to go. And Caroline, any others that they join besides them?
Unfortunately not. We already mentioned the Moose Lodge and the Grounds Cafe for helping host our thrift pop-up yesterday. But we don't have any other companies so far that we know yet.
Not yet.
But
Not yet. Well,
But my dad has been helping me quite a bit.
Prairie Wood, Hardwood.
Yes, Prairie Hardwood. He has been hosting a lot of yard sales lately. There might be another one next weekend, and all of those funds are helping out our team. Go to
And you said,
nationals.
Kai, you said the deadline, it's an early registration?
No, the full stop deadline.
Full stop
May
deadline.
31st.
May
The school
31st.
will not receive any checks for us past that date. So
Okay, all right.
We got to get everything in.
Nice. Deadlines. How important are time stops in debate? When the time is up, do you get a set amount of time, and how do they cut you off?
They don't usually.
Most of the time, I won't cut you off, but some judges are very critical of it, so they'll be like,
Oh,
"You
they don't
have-"
cut you off, they count you down.
Yeah, like they'll give some hand signals. Sometimes they'll just say it out loud for some reason. Like, varies judge to judge.
Well, you probably prepared a bunch of information to share, but I did too much talking and not enough given the
No.
microphone. What did you prepare to tell everybody, share, or ask that we didn't cover you want to before we're done?
I'd just like to sum us up. It's really important to me that you guys know exactly what we're fighting for and why it's important. This conversation is coming behind bills that are actively seeking to cut funding for school extracurriculars. It will become increasingly difficult for us to fund our trips in the future, especially with this new legislation in place. This year is monumental and unique because it marks the start of an insane, sharp increase of anti-intellectualism in our country. Speech and Debate is one of the biggest organizations that are holding the front line against, anti-intellectualism and, a working mind. We need to be protecting this not only for the sake of our youth, but for the sake of our future as a whole. So if I can encourage anybody to donate to us, please do. You're not just helping us, you're helping your children, your children's children, everybody.
Set the tone this year for many years to come is what you're saying. Caroline, any final comment?
repeat what Kai said, and fun speech and debate. We're promoting intellectualism and future generations to come.
And how does everyone reach you? Each of you, or one of you, or both? Is there a QR code to publish up? Is there an email? Is there a phone number, central contact? Kai, Caroline?
Yeah, definitely. I recommend that you reach out to us or our coaches. You can hit me up at my email, kaiedwards080 my coach Adrian Graham at eadrian@gmail.com.
I'm going to simplify it for everybody. If you email RadioWorks@mail, that's RadioWorks@mail.com, I will connect you with both Kai and Caroline, representing their high school debate. Going to Richmond, Virginia in, what's the date you're heading there? What date are you actually going?
We're going to be going there on June 13th, the whole week of that, and hopefully have a fun time.
Yeah, we hope you enjoy it, and we hope you learn a lot, and represent well with the W coming back to Wyoming, will you? Both of you, Kai Edwards and Caroline Henson, today on the Talk Shop. We appreciate you listening and tuning in, and give these youngsters your support.